We come together today as a community to mourn the victims of the Orlando Pulse nightclub shooting and to affirm our collective vision of a nation and a community that rejects hatred and violence. We come together in mourning for the lives lost and in solidarity with the victims, families, and loved ones, the people of Orlando, and the rescuers and healing professionals who are helping.
Thank you to all those who saw the need to bring us together. And to those who came out this evening to stand with others to show your hurt, concern, and frustration at yet another mass shooting, the massacre in Orlando.
I think it started when we received some emails asking, and this was on Sunday afternoon, asking if No Place for Hate Falmouth was going to hold a vigil. And then we quickly learned that a group spontaneously had a vigil in Peg Noonan Park. And so the three of us were quickly in contact with one another saying we need to do something. We didn't want to rush into it. We felt that we could wait until tonight and give it thoughtful preparation.
Early Sunday morning, I read the news about the hate crime against the LGBTQ community in Orlando. Early Sunday morning, I read the news about the hate crime against all Americans, against all people in the world, where whatever happens to one happens to all. I read the news and my heart broke. My heart broke, and it is breaking still. But I will not let grief silence me. So let me proclaim boldly and loudly, Falmouth stands with Orlando.
Well, we wanted to include some youth voice. We had, that was a little tricky because we had to turn to the school system and to people we knew in the schools, and they had to act quickly and get parental permission and identify the right kind of voice, and boy, did they find the right person.
Word. What is a word? What's in a word? If you look in the book filled with words, ask Merriam. Miss Webster will tell you. A sound or combination of sounds with a meaning that is spoken or written. Is that all? Isn't a word, a phrase, a sentence, isn't it so much more, worth so much more? What can a word do? What can a word change? As I sit in class, a slight drip, drip, drip starts. A word, here and there, just coming out like a tap someone forgot to turn off. Maybe one that doesn't turn off. In a bathroom with a window looking out on a beautiful field of flowers, still wet with morning dew. That word, that little drip from within me could do so much bad. It could change how you or I or society thinks about themselves, about each other, about the world that they live in. That drip could bore deep inside their souls and could do so much good. Can change people forever, can change how they live their lives, how they walk the path, how they interact and speak with each other. Or not. But at least if that drip is out there where it has the chance to turn slowly into a stream. Words like facade or flabbergast or Fuji can join that stream and have the chance to turn into a roaring river of thought, of change. Words like bamboozle, bumblebee, or banana can join the ocean of ideas. Those ideas can become a tsunami of change, of thinking. They can. Most won't, but they can. They have the chance to bring about change, and that's what counts. Maybe small change is just as important. Maybe if I affect one of you tonight, it's important. We all have the chance that our drip drip becomes a tsunami. In this country we like to call the US of A. We all have the chance, and usually no one can stop us. We talk and chat, we address, we have the chance to make a harangue. We have the chance, we should, each and every one of us should count ourselves lucky that we have this chance. Because others don't. They get squished like irrelevant but annoying flies just for speaking their minds. When we squish those flies, when we extinguish that flame, we set the whole food web out of balance. One word released into that vast ocean can cause innocent, wide-eyed, ready to see the world heads to be punctured with bullet holes that no word of sorry can ever undo. The what you see. Squishing those flies, it won't work. Because every time you try to dam the river, every time, hundreds of new cracks will appear. Because no one can stop that little drop of water from having a chance. No one can stop ideas.
Well, it is unfortunate that we have to hold vigils, but hold them we must, as long as there is violence and tragedy in the world. People needed a place to talk about their grief. They needed a time to come together as a community. And I really believe, based on everybody's reaction, that's it. We're done. We're done with the gun violence. We really have to work on accepting and loving everybody, and it's the only way forward, because we cannot live in fear.
Vigils are just a beginning of the grieving. For the families of the murdered, they have been given a lifetime sentence of grief. We will find compartments for our grief and anger in order to go on living. But does this solve the violence that was there before the weapon was picked up? These are complicated problems. Do we have to work on eradicating all the roots of violence before we work to reduce gun violence? Obviously, that will never happen. Anger, hatred, depression, coupled with an assault weapon, in particular, can kill quickly and violently. We have seen it again and again.
Well, it was powerful to look out at the numbers and to the group, and it's let's say, we can't be complacent here on Cape Cod. Sometimes Cape Cod looks a bit idyllic and provincial, but we are so connected with everybody and everything that happens in this world, and everything here is at stake every day. So rather than wait for bad things to happen, that's what No Place for Hate is about, to try to bring people together. Part of that challenge is getting people into proximity, getting them to do things together, to talk together. We have a diverse community, but we're not necessarily on the same path, and that's what we hope and to accomplish something like this might help us.
So what shall our response be to this tragedy? Love. We are to love fiercely and without shame. Because I believe love wins. I believe love casts out fear. And I believe, in the words of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, that darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that.